Hi, this is Algebra 1, Module 5, Lesson 4, Practice Problems. We are going to start by rewriting the given equation so that it's in slope-intercept form. So to do that, we need to get the y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 7x from both sides, and that is going to run me out of space. We're going to have negative 14y equals negative 7x minus 56. And then to get my y by itself, I'm going to divide by negative 14. And so I'm going to end up with, and I got a lot of stuff going on here, so let's just erase this one over here. And I will end up with a y equals, so negative 7 divided by negative 14 is 1/2 x. And then 54, not 54, negative 56 divided by 14 is negative 14 is a 4. So plus 4. All right, the next one, negative x minus negative 2y. So I'm going to plus 8x to both sides. And so then I end up with negative 2y equals 8 plus 8x plus 6. And then I divide everything by a negative 2. So then I end up with an y equals negative 8, no, positive 8 divided by negative 2 is a negative 4x. 6 divided by a negative 2 is a minus 3. So I'm going to circle these in different colors so that I can see them better. So the answers. All right, last one. I need to subtract my 15x. You guys should be getting the pattern of this by now. So I have 9y equals negative 15x plus 45. And then I'm going to divide everything by 9. So I have y equals 15 ninths. That's not going to divide evenly. 15 divided by 9 is 1 2/3. So I might just reduce and do 5/3. Negative, because it was a negative and a positive. Yep, negative 5/3 x. And then 45 divided by 9 is 5. So then my final answer is y equals negative 5/3 x plus 5. All right, next bunch. Let's switch these to standard form. Well, basically, I'm going to, if 7 is over on this side, then I am going to subtract 7x from both sides. And when I do that, those cancel. That leaves my negative 3 by itself. So I have negative 7x plus y equals negative 3. And I'm done. Okay, so for here, minus 2x minus 2x, that's all I have to do because then I have, not a y equals, you want the x first. So negative 2x plus y equals 9. A, B, and C are whole numbers, and A has to be positive. So, oh, we want A to be positive. Oh, well, if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to do all of these the opposite. Negative 7, I'm going to do positive 7 minus 9 plus 3. So if I multiply everything by a negative 1, that makes it positive. Now I'm going to do it on this side. Multiply everything by a negative 1. So then I have positive 2 minus y, negative 9. So let's do that more properly on this side. So to do that, I need, oh, this one's a negative, so I need to make it positive. So this will work out well. Plus 4x plus 4x. So I end up with 4x plus y equals negative 11. That one's good. And I wasn't going to put in the same color, was I? There. Okay, so here our x is positive, so I want to keep it positive. So I actually am going to switch the 8 and the y. So I'm going to leave it as 1/2 x minus y equals a negative 8. And so that works that way. We've got to have it be a whole number. So that means I have to multiply everything by 2 to get this fraction out of there. So if I multiply everything by 2, my final answer, we're going to have room for this, is x minus 2y equals a negative 16. So that'll be the answer to this one. So this one, let's multiply by the 5 first. Multiply by 5, multiply by 5, multiply by 5. So then I end up with 5y equals 3x minus 10. Well, my 3 is positive, so we're going to do that same thing. Minus the 5y, add the 10. So I end up with 3x minus 5y equals positive 10. And that one is done there. And our last one, let's multiply. Let's multiply by a negative 6. And we'll do the positive 6. We just have to move the 1. Multiply by 6, by 6, by 6. So I end up with 6y equals negative 6, 6, negative 1. My numerator stays the same. Negative 1x plus 12 divided by 3 is 4. So that actually makes that one a whole number too. So now I can add my 1x to both sides. And I end up with x, or 1x, plus 6y equals 4. And it works. So I didn't confuse you too much on that one. I did those a little bit of a roundabout way. All right. Next, I'm going to zoom in a little on this after I read the instructions. Writing their inequalities. On a final for creative writing course, Ben was required to write a combination of at least 10 poems and paragraphs. Ben knew that each poem would take him 30 minutes to write, while a paragraph would only take 10 minutes. Ben was given 2 hours to complete the exam. So write an inequality to model each constraint. Hint, one constraint is time, the other is the number of needed items. X needs to be poems, Y paragraphs. So um, he has to have 10 poems or paragraph. I'm going to go ahead and zoom this in a little bit so I can see this a little better. So one constraint is time. So he needs to have, and the other is number of needed items. So he needs at least 10. So X plus Y has to equal, at least, greater than or equal to 10. So that's my first inequality. My second one is the one that involves the time. So 30 minutes and 10 minutes. So 30 minutes for a poem, so that was X, and plus 10 minutes for a paragraph, that was Y, and he has to given 2 hours, so it has to be done in less than or equal to, 2 hours would be 120 minutes. Make sure our labels all match. So let me rewrite this so it's a little easier to read. I did give myself much space. Do it in a different color. So 10x plus 30y has to be less than or equal to 120 minutes. So let's go ahead and do green for our things. We really only want the first quadrant here. Much better on that line than I did the other. Let's fix this one. Okay, so x plus y equals 10. So that means my x-intercept is my y is 0. So if my y is 0, x can be 10, right? That makes it equal. And my y-intercept, I have y as the 0, then 10 is my other. So I need to go from 10 to 10. So let's go ahead and get our 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to count with this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So now I can go from 10 to 10 here, and it needs to be greater than 10 because I need to write combination of at least. So he can have everything above this, right? Up to including that line. Just can't have anything below. So now this one, let's do our grid. Again, we're going to want pretty much the first quadrant. I'm not very good at drawing the lines down, am I? Okay. And let's see what our x and y intercepts are here. So x-intercept is when y is 0. So 10 goes into 120, 12 times. Y-intercept is when x is 0. So 30 goes into 124 times. Yeah, only 4. Okay, so when I'm doing my marks, I need to do at least 4 on the y. Did I do that right? X-intercept and the y. Yep, I did. Okay. Um, X-intercept is when y is 0, 2. Okay, just making sure. Somehow I looked wrong. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go every other. So we'll go, didn't do it. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's 4. And this one we'll just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So here I need to go to 0, 4. And over here, I need to go to 12, 0. And I want to connect them. And in this case, it is less than or equal to, so I want the space underneath. Okay. Next page. Zoom back out. Okay, determine whether h equals 3 is a solution to each problem. Well, 3 times 3 minus 4 equals negative 3. Let's see. 3 minus 4 is a negative 1. 3 times a negative 1 equals negative 3. So a yes. How about this one? 3 times 3, does that equal 2 times 3 plus 2 minus 1? Well, here's 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 minus 1 equals 9. 3 times 3 is 9, so that's a yes. All right. Next one. 2 times 3 minus 3, does that equal 3 plus 6? Well, that's 9. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 3 is 3, so this is a no. 3 times 3, is that greater than negative 3? Yes, 9 is greater than negative 3. Next one. 3/5 is less than or equal to 3 times 1/5. Well, 3 times 1/5 is 3/5. Can it be equal? Yes. So that one's good. What if I had 3 times 1/6. That's 1/2. Is 3/5 bigger than 1/2? Yeah, 2.5 is half of 5, so that's a yes too. So for the most part, that worked. Okay, determine the value of x that makes each equation true. Just practicing our solving again. So plus 2, those cancel. 4x equals 10. And so divide by 4, x equals 10 fourths would reduce to 5/2. All right, 3x plus 15 equals 20. I'm just going to go ahead and distribute on that one. Minus 15 minus 15. 3x equals 20 minus 15 is 5. Divide by 3, divide by 3. X equals 5/3. All right, next. 2x plus 3 equals 2x minus 5. Well, if I subtract 2x from both sides, those both cancel and it says 3 equals -5. So this is actually no solutions because that is not true. So that's it for that one. All right, how about this one? If I multiply these out, 24x minus 4 equals, see, that's 24x plus 15 minus 19. Well, simplifying this, I have 24x minus 4 equals 24x. 15 minus 14 is minus 4. They're both exactly the same, which means all numbers are solutions. Solution. So, L. Solutions. So all numbers make a solution, and that one does not. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.